Day 17. Okay. For day 17, today's word is aspiration. Snap. That's a good word. Let's look at the definition here. A strong desire, longing, or aim to achieve something high, great, or meaningful. A strong desire. Today, context. Today, woke up at 6:30, went to work, got my little bands up, and I came home and I was having a conversation with my madre, because right now I have a month to make a certain amount of money. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my money up, not my funny up. So I'm having this conversation, and all these things is like throwing out like the whole basis revolving around this conversation. The whole system, whole metric that is placed down is based off like hopes. Okay, it's dreams. It's what I aspire for. I aspire to make that money, and I'm working out game plans, right? I'm working out game plans, certain systematic ways to make amount of money in certain periods, and it's so important, because after the conversation, after I was thinking, now I'm thinking to myself, dang, if you could take that amount of thinking capability, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times when you're starting something, it's less about what you physically can do or you emotionally can do. It's a lot about what your brain wants to do. You know what I'm saying? When you cognitively interact with something and your brain is in the functioning area and headspace, it's going to make that thing happen. You know what I'm saying? When you're like throwing out random ideas and your brain's coming together to somehow make it happen, turning theories into actual statements and facts, and turning your dreams and aspirations into reality, that's when you're at your most powerful. And as I said, they strand those reality strands from aspiration. They strand from thought. Okay, you got to come up with what you want, and you have to aspire towards it. That's what makes it so powerful. It's like a boulder going down. It's like you pushing a boulder off a cliff. It's just going downhill, and it's gonna fire. You know what I'm saying? And that's where aspiration comes from. And it kind of mixed in, I remember earlier day, I forgot the word, but I think it was dedication. It mixed in with that word, because the aspiration, as you aspire for something, if you mix dedication with it, it's like a never-ending car, infinite fuel. You know what I'm saying? And you can have dedication. It's the whole system of the car. The car is able to move. You have that dedication. It's able to move. And then you can have different fuel types. You can have there's someone pushing you. You have this going for you, and it's going to push you along. But to determine the speed and velocity at which you're going, you know what I'm saying? It could take you can have dedication, but one thing to master can take you a lifetime to do that one thing. But if you truly aspire and you're passionate towards it, it's like rocket fuel jetpack boosted onto your vehicle, GT3. I don't know the stats. Just know this thing is flying. It's flying, okay? So that's how powerful the word aspiration is. So for the next month, we got to lean on these words. And one of the words we got to lean on is aspiration, okay? When you have a thought, when you have something, when you aspire for something, dig as deep as possible. Get your brain working as hard as possible towards it. If you want to lose weight, as you aspire to lose weight, make your brain work for you. Make it have that passion, and just think of all the ways you're going to be able to reach that goal. Because one, it's that process of doing the goal. Obviously, you need to do the goal to make it happen, make it come a reality. But the process and the game plan prior to what you're doing is just as important as actually doing it. Let's think about it. If I were to go about being like, oh, I want to lose weight, day one, I go to the gym, because it's day one. I have no preparation. Off rip, when you think of losing weight, you just think of gym. So just go to the gym. After a week, you haven't tracked what you're eating. You haven't done this. You don't have a proper split. You haven't worked out based on what your goals are. It doesn't make sense. You aspired for something. Now it's crumbling down because the passion you had for it went into you physically doing it off rip, instead of you using your brain and thinking about prior to doing it. But if you truly aspire towards something, if you use that aspiration and you cultivate that dream, you make your brain work for you. You take that day, you take that week to prepare, think about how you're going to do things, think about a system, put that passion, that aspiration into a system, and then work that system through your dedication, through your discipline. That's a surefire way how to do it. You don't even got to read. There's a book called Atomic Habits. You don't need Atomic Habits. I just gave you the sauce. If you aspire towards something, create a system that drives that aspiration, that drives that passion, and then put in everybody is off rip has discipline. Okay, as I think I've said in previous video, going to school every day, going to work every day, just existing every day is a form of discipline. Just waking up out of bed, getting up out of bed, that's discipline. Okay, you're becoming your own leader. You're making yourself get out of your bed to do it. I don't care what. Even if you've slept for 12 hours a day or went back to sleep, you still got out. That's still positive in my book and should be in yours. So as you aspire towards something, or if you want a goal, have that initial aspiration, that purpose, that drive, that passion, put it into a system, and you drive that system with your discipline, okay, with your dedication towards your goal. You know what I'm saying? But that's how powerful aspiration is. That's why it's day 17 word of the day. Aspiration.